officially coming with me. You got that to the club, girl, you can drink. You friends and we don't care what they think.
What's going on? What's going on? I am Trans Gamer Live and you are here. We're going to be talking about mutations today. Well, tonight. And I know that I was supposed to be, having this video out at 2 o'clock, but I got really busy and stuff like that. So we're gonna get this to you, and hopefully you're along and you're doing well, and everything's been doing good for you. That's my hope to everyone that's out here. I want everyone in the Fallout 76 community to do well, not only in this game, but in life, in your personal life also. Now, storms can make you go faster, make you invisible. They're called mutations. For instance, whenever I pull up my sorry, I clicked out of the thing. Whenever I pull up my Pip-Boy, bones, egghead, eagle eyes, healing factor, herd mentality, marsupial, scaly skin, and speed demon. Now, I am going to tell you exactly what's going on with each and every one of them. I'm going to show you also my special right now. My strength is 11, my perception is 6, my endurance is 8, my charisma is 7, and intelligence 18. And of course you may be thinking, well, they only go up to 15, so what's the difference? I'll tell you that in just a moment. Agility is 10 and luck is a 7. Now, whenever you go by stats and everything, and we'll go to the level up page, you saw that my intelligence was 18, but it shows a 12 here. That's because I'm getting 6 extra points by a boost within the mutation. Every one of these is up. I think 2 of them's down. I think I know strength was down to 11, and I think luck was down to 7. But other than that, all of them are up. And see, that's the thing about it. Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you this before we ever get started. There's 2 cards. Well, there's actually 3 cards that you're supposed to have. One of them is Class Freak, which I already got over here. Class Freak, it turns down the negative effects of your mutations by 75%. And you have to have these cards maxed out. That's the reason why whenever you get them, you just keep on getting them until you get your 3. And then the other one is Starch Genes. This is a 2 card. You get one that's like 45% and one that you will ever mutate from rads, and Radaway will never cure your mutations. Okay, so there again, you need these 2 cards. The other one I was thinking about, and the other one is Strange in Numbers. And I think I've got that one somewhere in my all-inclusive card. All of my cards right here. Not for sure where it's at. Sometimes I lose. Oh, there it is. I've got one right here, one right here. But strange in numbers also gives a positivity or a positive mutation effects. They're 25% stronger if teammates are mutated too. So let's say if you get another person that's got marsupial teaming with you, your marsupial one is 25% stronger. That's whenever you get like on the same team as them. Now, one thing I do want to tell you, watch what you take for your mutations. RADX, if you don't have Class Freak and Starch Genes all the way up, right away, what do you call it? Decontamination chambers that will take your mutations away. Honestly, it's not a good way to go. But let's get back to our mutations. I'm going to go over some like the ones I have, and then I'm going to go on with the ones that is there. We're gonna I've my friend and also a member of my team drop me all the mutations so we can actually go over them. Okay, the first one's bird bones. You're going to have a reduced falling speed. Your agility is going to go up 4. You're going to have a -1 in strength. Okay, so that's going to bring the strength down, but your agility is going to go up. It's almost like goat legs, the card goat legs. So it's almost like that. Then you have eagle eyes. That's going to be another strength down, but your critical damage is going to go up by 50%. And you're also going to have 4 points positive on your perception. Egghead is going to be -0.75 on strength, 0.75 on endurance, but 6 points to the positive in intelligence. So where I was a 12 in intelligence whenever I showed you my cards, now my other cards, my legendary cards, I don't have an intelligence because I'm so far up there. I'm 12. Why should I have an intelligence card that's going to be bringing it up to 15? It makes no sense, right? Just saying. So that's where the difference is whenever you look at these. Whenever I showed you the cards, I had a 12, but in the special, I have an 18, as you can see on the intelligence. So, healing factor. Healing factor is a new one that was brought on, and I was like, okay, well, why don't I have something like this already on me? And we didn't know. Jerry thought that he made the thing, and to tell you the truth, I didn't get it. But, I mean, we've been running around truly every day, all day long. We're trying to make things happen in these worlds and stuff like that, meeting new people, doing everything, our dailies, our weeklies, um, nuking areas to where we can farm not only the hardened mass, the glowing mass, but also farming flora. Flora is a big one, and I'm gonna get into. I'm gonna do a whole video about going through these silos, but then I'm also gonna do a video on flora farming, and everything else. It's one of those things where you wake up early Saturday morning, you go to bed late Saturday night because you've been farming all day long flora for your for like the stable flora that you can use everywhere, including these. Now, I want to tell you this. How you get these uh, mutations and all depends on whether you find them at a player's camp. You have another player, which is like what I did. Jerry came in, helped me out with all of these and stuff like that. Or you go to the science wing. Now, I haven't bought any of. I haven't bought any of the the serums for the serum recipes to where you can make them, because it so cost. Guess what? Flora. So that's a big thing. Like I was saying, we got a little bit ahead of ourselves with the healing factor. Health regen's going to be plus 300%, meaning that they're going to try to kill you. They may succeed, but it's going to make you more of a tank than you already are. Your chem effects, meaning your right away, your whatever you do not use Rad-X. Not diluted, no Rad-X. If they had Rad-X Super, you wouldn't use that or anything. You go and just use Rad-Away. That's it. You put Rad-Away as one of your favorites. That's what I've been doing, also along with like whenever I have my controller, like right here is my stim pack, right here's my Rad-Away. So whenever I play it, I'll hit my stim pack and then my Rad-Away. That way I don't have to do anything else. I don't really have to go into my basically my Pip-Boy and stuff like that, and go over here to status, press X, or go over to items and go over here and search for this. Okay, as you can see, I do have Rad-X here. It's because I sell it. I don't sell it to like the normal person. I sell it back to the vendor, because the vendor will give you 7 caps for the Rad-X. And whenever you come in here with like 40 of them, 40 times 7, right there. Speaking of which, I've got to spend some caps tonight, because I'm getting close to the old tip top right over here. The caps uh, tap out at 40,000. So, anywho, now let's get back to our next one that we want to get into is called herd mentality. Now, if you're going to be the John Wayne or the Clint Eastwood, the Rick Grimes, the Iron Man, the Batman, Superman, the Lone Wonder. This one. You don't want herd mentality because guess what? It's going to knock 2 points off of every special you have. If you're solo, you go -2 in all specials. Your strength, perception, endurance, charisma, intelligence, agility, and luck. But if you're grouped, you don't have to be grouped with like your team. If you're grouped, you get a +2 in all of your specials. Okay. I have freaking I'll take care of it later. I have freaking fireworks in my camp. Okay, so our next one is my favorite. It's called marsupial. Marsupial adds a +20 to your carry. You jump very high. It's like you don't need a rocket pack. You jump very high. Then you get, the only negative effect is that you have a -1 to, that didn't sound good. You have a -1 to your intelligence. That's the only negative that we have for Marsupial. I'll take a -1 because I'm already at 18 in my on my intelligence. Meaning I can be that smart person. I'm going to just say it like this. I'm going to be that smart ass that nobody likes. But then I may have to dial it down just a little. Okay, next one. Skelly skin. Skelly skin, your energy resistant 50, +50, your damage resistance +50, and your AP, your action point percentage, takes a hit by 12. Meaning that your AP, while falling or building up, that's if your cards is not stacked right, will fluctuate 12 points to the bad. It will make you a little bit slower. Speed demon, your thirst and hunger is up 50% while moving. Your reload speed, you get like super reload speed. Your movement speed is up too. So needless to say, you can go further, you can go longer, but your thirst and hunger is going to take a hit. Okay. With all that being said, I've got a well-fed, So my max HP is up by 25. And this is what I was saying. It kind of depends and it fluctuates in between what you do while you're fed, while you're hydrated, what kind of like bonuses that you have. Like I have an alcohol addiction because my character kind of hits the moonshine just a little bit too well. And the bonus, like the confetti mess, the excavator bonus, which is 100 carry weight. Okay. Now, power armor's way different thing. I'll get into that to a different video. But the carry weight, the actual bonus for this power armor is a plus 100 carry weight. So anything that I do on that, putting calibrated legs on it, it boosts up the carry weight.
So much.
Plastic animals, damage versus animals is 5%. Very well rested. Your XP is greater immensely, by 50%. So, yeah, it all depends on all of this, on the effects. Like I said, my AP, even though that scaly skin, if you look at it at the end, it says AP minus 12. But then partially hydrated right now, let's say the AP is plus 15. That knocks that minus 12 off. And it gives it a plus 3. Okay, but let's go over to the items and let's do some, let's see, where is it? Oh, it's up under food and drink. Why am I looking up under that? Okay, so we saw on the stats, partially hydrated gets AP regen of plus 15. Well fed is max HP of 25 and disease resistance of a plus 25. So let's say let's go ahead. Well, I thought that was going to do it, but I guess it didn't. Okay. My eating is fully fed. Okay, this is 100%. This is what I'm saying. Everything will boost everything if you let it. Grape perk bubblegum, which I did at first. I thought it was going to put something on the eating side. Hunger and thirst minus 5%. Disease resistance 5%. Pemmican plus 3 to endurance. Fully fed, you got plus 1 to strength. Max HP up 35% or plus 35. As you can see in my HP right here, it was 313 while ago. Now it's 338. That's at plus 35. Disease resistance is also plus 35. So what I'm saying is that yes, now you can see what's going on. So if I go back over to stat or back over to special, yes, it's still going to show a minus right there and then 11, but it's also getting fully fed plus 1. So yeah, and now let's see about our drinks. I know I have. Well, I guess all we got is that moonshine. So let's go ahead and drop some moonshine. Okay. As you can see, it drops the moonshine. So I get a -1 in charisma, -1 in intelligence, but +2 in strength. There goes a strength buff. So, and then, like I said, the pemmican +3 on endurance. So, and then now, if I went down to fully hydrated, just like I did, fully hydrated right here, it's +1 to endurance, AP generation is +35%, disease resistance +35%. So if you take the fully hydrated and then your disease, it's going to be +70% right there. +70% right there. And then in some of these other ones, you will see like different effects. You'll see different things. So let's go over to my aid. Let's go to the first one, which is adrenal reaction serum. Okay, you do more. Okay, this right here, and I'm going to be super serious for a moment. You don't need this one if you're going to run a fully a character that is basically full of health. This is one of those where you're either bloody or unyielding, to where you got like this much of your health, and the rest of it's rads. The reason why is because the more your health is, the more you do, and the more damage you do. Okay, whenever your health is lower, it's like having that full health, but you can't get over 20% of your health. You have to work with that. So one good shot by a superhuman, you're dead. But one good shot from you to the super mutant, he's dead. So it's kind of a give and take. So yes, and these are valued super well. 2,000 for it. But that's one of those that is worth a lot, but you sell it pretty cheap. I would only sell this for 500. Bird bone serum. In fact, I wouldn't sell anything at the full price, because you ain't gonna get it. Sometimes you'll get it, but then sometimes you won't, depending on what it is. Bird bone serum. Boosts sneak and increases your AP. Remember, I have this one. Reduces strength and increases risk to limb damage. Okay, see, here's the thing. Bird bone serum. I love it because it increases my strength, increases my AP, but it also boosts strength, sneaking. Okay, but if you look at it, the negative risk is that it increases risk of limb damage and also reduces strength. So this is one of those things where you're like, okay, how can I combat that? Glad that you said something. Let's go to our cards. And yes, most of it is going to be in between the cards and the serums. This is the reason why I said you've got to make sure that uh, your cards are stacked as well as your serums. This is the reason why I love what I do. Okay. So bird bones increases the chance of limb damage. Well, here you go. Animanium skeleton. The card. If you fully max it out, your limb damage is completely eliminated, meaning that you can't get no limb damage. You will never get limb damage. Okay? Now, the thing is that you can't you can't really turn off the strengths, reducing the strength side. But I mean, it's not as bad as it could be because you got these two cards as your backup: Class Freak and Starch Genes. Well, not necessarily Starch Genes, but your Class Freak is because it reduces the negative effects of your mutations by 75%. So let's say it like this. You got bird bones and it reduces it by 1 that you're seeing. Okay? If you did not have Class Freak, it would reduce it by 4 points. 4 points. That's what it would reduce it by. How did I get that? 25%, which would reduce that by 75 from what the card says. All your negative effects of your mutations are reduced by 75%. So the first 25 is 1 point. Second 25, 2 points. Third, 3 points. Fourth, all the way up to 100. That's what I'm saying. You gotta understand your card game along with your game of serums. Your whole thing is about this. This is not okay. Your effects, your mutations are basically, it's like a math and science experiment right here in the game. This is not, you can tell, in I'm not trying to down anybody because I love the Fallout community and I want everybody to give to everybody. So I look at it this time because I was there. I look at it this way because I was there with you. You can actually tell a person that's never played Fallout before in their life and they found it because of the show and they're like, gotcha. I love the way you're thinking and stuff like that. And you actually see this. Okay? I'm not downing nobody because this is the reason why I make the videos that I make, because I want everybody to learn. Okay? Not everybody's going to have the same cards. Not everybody's going to have the same perks. Not everybody's going to have the same specials. Not everybody's going to have the same mutations. That's what makes everybody different. Myself, I pictured mine as being the one that's back on the backside, or if I have to get up there and be on that front line, spray and pray and go after them. That's the way that I thought, hey, look, this is the way I want it to be. I didn't say, well, I wanted to be a sniper, or I wanted to be like John Wayne, or I wanted to be like Clint Eastwood and make my day. You know, all of this other, I didn't care about. I always loved the spray and pray character. The one that you could get out there and you could spray, you could pray, you're going to hit the people, but you're also going to kill the enemy. You're going to be that big A10. You know, you're going to be the slowest person out there, but it's going to be the one that's going to be like, okay, well, yeah, we're calling this person over here to come have our backs, because guess what? They get stuff done. They get it done in a hurry. And that's the reason why I said you've got to set up your character creation. You've got to set up your cards just right. You've got to set up your legendary perks. And you've got to set up your mutations. Otherwise, you're going to be like, okay, well, you're wondering, hey, why am I dying all the time? Why is my gun breaking all the time? Why am I not hitting people at all? And how come I'm still level 20? And that's the reason why, is because you don't have anything set up. You're that character, and believe me, I was there too whenever I first started this. In fact, I just didn't really get... I was a level 500, and it took me 3 years to do it. Okay? After I sat down and I made... I sat down and I got little sticky notes. I know you can't read it, but I got little sticky notes here. I'm like, okay, I need to make me a character. I need to do this. I need to do that. And I made my character the way I needed it to be. I'm like, okay, this is what I can do. This is what I can not do. I don't need this. I do need that. And so on and so forth. And that's what made my character the way it is. Okay? Now, I will say it like this. If you're past the level 25, there is a tree that looks kind of like a clock in, clock out type thing. You go to it, you select the other one, you can build it a different way. I have 2 slots open on mine. One of them is build, the other one is basically scavenge. Okay? I may not have worded it just right, but it's scavenged. The one I'm showing you, the build that I'm showing you right now, is called tank. Okay? And that's because that's what my primary thing is in this game, is that it is a tank, not no normal run-of-the-mill person. Okay, so getting back to the things. Also, if you're not into collecting bobbleheads is a good way to source out some good XP. It's good all the way around. Okay, now here's the thing, and I had to bring up this. There is, you can require 18 of the 19 mutations throughout the game at the same time. There's only one mutation that you cannot have at the same time. You can have every one of them on. All except for you cannot have carnivore and herbivore at the same time. You can either choose A, to be a herbivore, or be a carnivore. It's up to you. Myself, I didn't do either one. And basically the carnivore, the benefits of eating meat are doubled. Your chances of contracting diseases from the meat is greatly reduced. You get no benefit of eating the vegetables, meaning that your hunger is still there. It doesn't go up in your food index. It doesn't do nothing. It's just like it's worth some dirty water. So, I mean, it's completely up to you. Chameleon. You have cards for this, and some of the like the Chinese stealth armor has this already built in, but you're invisible. You're invisible if unarmed or you're not moving. So if you don't have a gun out, you're invisible if you're not moving. That's all it is. To me, it's useless. Eagle eyes. Now I have this. Your perception is up. Your VATS critical damage is increased, but your strength is reduced. From what I understand, your damage goes up by 50%. Your perception's up by a +4, but your strength is down by -4. Okay? So, Egghead, your intelligence is increased, but your strength and endurances are reduced. Your strength is reduced by 3, your endurance is reduced by 3, but your intelligence, it makes up for it in the end by a +6. Like I said, I went from a 12 to an 18. That's how I did it. Electrically charged serum. Okay, taking now we have in the game now mutated events. Basically, your mutated events, some of them have this already in, but it's taking any type of damage may trigger a shocking effect or exploding effect. This damages you and your foes. So, small amount of damage is done to the player, but your majority is done to the to your foe, your enemy. Next one's Empath. You take increased damage, but your teammates take decreased damage, meaning that your damage basically gives them power. It's a greatly reduced power. Teammates take 25% less damage, while the player takes 33% more damage than regular. That's not it. Oh, there it is. Grounded. Your energy resistance increases. I think I need to do this one. Damage output from your energy weapons is reduced. Never mind. I have a legendary card for that called electric absorption. So that's the reason why I don't need this one, because it does the energy resistance, but it doesn't do the energy weapons output being reduced. So your energy resistance is a plus 100, but your energy damage is a negative 50. Healing factor serum, like I said, I've already gone over with this. Your healing regeneration is plus 300%. Chems and stuff like that take a 14% damage, or not damage, but negative drop if you don't have other things there. If it's just regular, all you have is healing factor, your regeneration still 300, but your chem effects is minus 55%. Herbivore, like I was telling you about carnivore, this is another one that is not your regular type mutation. You either gotta have this one or you gotta have carnivore. You cannot equip both. You get twice the benefits from eating vegetables, but your chance of contracting diseases from vegetables is reduced. You get no benefit from eating any type of meat. So if you get a beef, well, or not beef, Death Claw Wellington, it's not going to do anything for you. But corn soup, on the other hand, is going to do a lot more for you. So yeah, that's what that is. Herd mentality, like I was saying, all your specials are increased whenever you have teammates with you, but whenever you are solos, they're -2. So they're a +2 on whether you have 2 to 4 or 2 to 3 teammates with you at all times, they're a +2. And then whenever you have whenever you don't have anybody with you, like I am now, it's a -2. Ghost Rider. Next one's going to be Marsupial. Going to be +20 on carry weight. You get extra jump height, but your intelligence is going to take a hit. Your intelligence is going to take a -4 on that hit. So if I have a 18 and I didn't have Marsupial, I would be right at 22. Okay, the next one is Plague Walker Serum. And no, this is not The Walking Dead, but it is, so every disease that you contract, and I'm being serious here because I have the mutations list with me right here, because I'm also trying to give you every bit of the information that can help you get this done and over with, because the faster you do this, the faster you get your cards in line, the much stronger and resilient you become. So you will have a poison aura. around you at all times, which grows stronger with each disease that you contract. Okay? So if you have 22 diseases and your body is diseased, your aura is going to be super strong. Nobody wants to get around you because it's going to eat them up alive. You're going to see health just melt away within them. Only works if you're carrying a disease. That's what it says over here. Okay. So, next one is Skelly Skin. We already talked about Skelly Skin. Skelly Skin's got a energy and damage resistance plus 50, but your AP is minus 52. So, your AP is greatly reduced, but your energy and damage resistance is increased, which, I mean, it's one of the better ones. Whenever I try to stay in a fighting location, I'm standing still. I'm not running off, and I'm not trying to play superhero. I'm there for a while. I'm shooting. So, and most of the time my VATs are off. So I'm greatly just peppering you, and I'm gonna eventually kill the NPCs in the game. The next one is Speed Demon. I love Speed Demon. Speed Demon, your movement speed, reload speeds are increased, but you require more food and water to stay alive. Now, back whenever the Speed Demon serum was here, before they put the cards in, the two cards I was talking about, Class Freak and Starch Jeans. This one was like one of the very lucky serums that you could get. And at that point in time, you had to have food and water to survive. There wasn't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Literally, if you see old gameplay, it'd be like they start you see the light growing dim and coming up, like they're fixing to fall asleep, then everything gets hazy and you fall. And I mean, if you're running like super fast with Speed Demon, you're running very fast and then you're just tumbling all the way down. Then you're dead. It's one of those things that they took now, yes, the requirement for food and water is still there, but you don't have to have it to stay alive. It just means that it's going to be short. With me, before I started the mutations, my character did not eat or drink. Now my character's got an alcoholic problem and loves to eat bubblegum and a couple of other things. Okay. Talons, unarmed damage, and bleed effects are increased. Your agility is reduced, meaning that if I went over there with this and I punched, I have rustic knuckles on my power armor fist, it would greatly damage you. And there was, like I said in the beginning with this game, you had bleed effects. I want to say they've taken those out because I've never seen the bleed effects this time. Not saying they haven't, but I haven't seen them this time. But your agility is greatly reduced. Your agility, from what the page says, is a -4. So the next one's Twisted Muscle Serum. Your medley damage and chance to cripple are increased. The accuracy of your guns are reduced. See, Talons and Twisted Muscles are more your medley. That's more your the sluggers, the sword people. That's all them. Myself, I don't mess with Talon and I don't mess with Twisted Muscle because I use guns. I use the big guns and I don't need my accuracy any different than what it is right now. Okay. We have Unstable Isotope. It's another, looks like another medley one. Melee, whatever you want to call it. Melee. When you take melee damage, a radiation effect may be created. This damages you and your foe. That's not good. I guess that's one of those that you would get with like a bloody build or unyielding, to make sure that you keep within that 20% health. So yeah, I guess that's what it means. Anyway, that is it. Like I said at the beginning, I'll clarify it right now. With this, you want at least the 2 cards I showed you, Class Freak, and also you want let's go up there. Starch Jeans, there we go. You want these 2 cards right here to be permanently on. Make sure that you build your luck around this card, just like I told you the other day whenever we went over the cards, and you can see this in the other video called Cards. Basically, cards, perks, and leveling up. Oh my! You can. I tell you about everything about the cards. You basically, there's 3 cards that you really want to build around within your build, your actual build. 2 of them, Starch Jeans, Class Freak, if you are going to be mutated. These 2 are the only ones that you want to be whenever, or want to have whenever you are mutated. That's 2 out of the 3 cards. But if you're not mutated, then that's direct. That's all up to you. The other one that you want to have built around is gunsmith because your guns break 50% lower and you can craft tier 5 guns. That's at max. Uh, that's at max. But the only way that you can craft tier 5 guns is if you have the plans included, or the included plans. So yeah, these three, you want gunsmith, starch jeans, class freak, and then if you can have strange in numbers. Right there. That way the positive mutation effects are 25% stronger if teammates are mutated too. Now, I really love each and every one of y'all. If you see me out here, drop by and say hi. Wave me down. Open up on area mic or try to join in with me. I'm all about trying to help out people. And that's what I want to do. Now, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. I'm going to try to do a Fallout video at least twice a week, maybe 3 times a week. And it's going to be on stuff that, you know, you really want to have either on you or, I mean, just basically just subscribe. If one of my videos helps you out in any way, you're welcome. Don't, because I'm passing on knowledge that was given to me by other people. I'm helping y'all out as much as possible. So much love to each and every one of y'all. I always say this. Oh, I forgot one thing. I think I alluded to it before, but to get the mutations, you have to go to the White Springs bunker and you have to go to the science terminal. You have to talk to Modus and you have to buy them from there. Now, they're super expensive. I think Jerry was telling me that there's 18,000 coins, or not coins, caps. They're super expensive, but whenever you need to knock down on your stuff, go ahead and do it. My plans is hopefully buy the mutations each and every day, or not each and every day, but you know, 1 per week, or 1 or 2 every 1 week until I get all of them. Then by that time, I don't know what I'm going to do, because caps are plenty. You see people, you know, just, yes, it is kind of harsh with the way that they have it with the caps, but that's a different, if you want to listen to that rant, I'm willing to tell you that on stream. I stream 7 days a week, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sundays. I'm over here on Fallout 76, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Well, depends on Fridays. I'm usually on Fortnite, but I'm always here to answer all your Fallout questions. So, yes, if you ever do get a chance to stop by and say hi, please do. I'm always here for anybody and everybody. Much love to each and every one of y'all. Tell everybody this. And to tell you the truth, I don't know where it came from. It's like, um, it's something I've always said since I was in college. Peace, love, and chicken grease. I'll tell you later. I'll see you whenever I see you. Goodbye.
I got too many hoes. I can't hang you. Like to put that shit in your nose.